Good day, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Thapelo Mogane, and on this channel, we try our best to equip, empower each other to be sure that we can become the best versions of ourselves according to our talents, our abilities, our calling, and our destinies. So without much waste of time, I'd like us to delve into today's topic. It is a partial continuation of a topic that we discussed last time that is more related to reflecting on what happened last year, and basically introspecting what we could have done, what we could have done differently, or what we should do differently as we gear up for this year. But the main topic today, as you've seen on your screen, it will say, why do we say this is my year but never achieve success? Why do we say this is my year and never achieve success? Or rather, many people in all walks of life, in all classes of life, everybody will always say, this is my year, this is my year, this year I'm going to achieve greatness. Everybody says this, but the startling thing or the astonishing thing is that those things are just words. Those things are just, wish lists and never manifest. So today we want to tackle why is that people believe that it's their year and they are fired up about it, and they know it, they're excited that they're going to achieve success, they're going to buy a house, they're going to finish a degree, they're going to get married, they're going to do whatever, because everybody in a new year never anticipates that they're going to get sick, going to be in an accident, they're going to lose a loved one, never anticipates negativity. Everybody's always anticipating the best. That's why we are looking forward to the future. And so what are the things that are stopping us from achieving that? So if you'll allow me to just start, I'm going to look at my notes from time to time, so do startle me, because do bear with me, sorry, if I sometimes look down. It's for the purpose of giving you the quality that you deserve. All right, number one, there's a scripture in the book of Revelations chapter 3 verse 8 that says, behold, I've set before you an open door that no one can shut. So behold, I have set before you an open door that no one can shut. Number two, just to support that, a new year is an open door that nobody can shut. If you're in 2025, if you're in the new year, you are in a place or in a door that nobody can shut, because God has allowed you to see the year. Now, point number one. So for us to address this topic thoroughly, we need to ask questions, and hopefully with those questions we can be able to get to solutions. Right now, the first question is, what is significant about a new year? What is significant about a new year? So a new year signifies a fresh start, a new beginning, an opportunity to dream, to plan, to wish, and for all, to wish for all that is in your heart. So it's a reboot, it's a reset, it's everything that says, I can look back on where I come from, what I've achieved, be excited or be discouraged, or and say, I need to work harder this year. So I've got a new chance, I've got a new opportunity. So that's what's significant about a new year. Everybody is saying, I've got a new chance to reshape, recalibrate, reset, and really basically start my year afresh. Point number two, why does everyone believe it's their year? Because, as I've said, everybody is always excited, confessing, and everybody is always saying they're going to do all these great things. So why does everyone believe it's their year? Where is this great conviction coming from? And in my spirit, I am led to believe that number one, because we are people that have got the breath of God in us. The destiny that God has laid in our hearts, even before we were born, is crying out to say, you are supposed to be that person according to God's design. You're supposed to be that engineer, that doctor, to do that invention. The destiny in you knows. And number two, the potential in you, you have the ability to become that. So the potential in you is saying, you are wasting time, You are not supposed to be where you are. And a lot of people I know feel like that, to say, I'm not supposed to be where I am. Why? Because it's the potential inside of you that says, I have got the ability, if I align myself correctly, to become what I want to become, And so this morning or today, on this time that we are recording this video, we are discussing that, all right, that the potential in you knows that you've got the ability to become what you need to become. That is why everybody is saying it boldly, without fear, without any limitation, that this is their year. Number 3, the third question, looking at our age, what does a new year mean? If you look at your age and you are, depending on where you are, but let me just talk about somebody who's already above their 30s, above the youth, 35, 40, upwards to 50. When you look at the new year, you're always reminded that I'm old, I'm getting old, and time is fleeting. And I have to look at my age mates, what have they achieved in comparison to me, and I have to also catch up if ever you've been playing, wasting time. So it's a stark reminder that we are growing older, that we ought to use our time wisely, constructively. There are certain societal standards that you ought to finish school, varsity, and whatever. So according to the societal standards, we find ourselves find ourselves under pressure to say we need to be at a certain level. I need to have finished my matric, my degree, being married, having children, blah, 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 blah. That's what a new year does when you look at it versus your age. All right. Number 4, what does setting a new year resolution look like? And the questions you may ask there is, a new year's resolution, is it personal? Is it something you announce to everyone? Is it private? Do you write it down? And sometimes somebody will say, what is the resolution? And in simple terms, it's just a list of goals, list of things that you want to commit to doing to see your life improving. It could be, a number of things. So what we'll be looking at different categories, because sometimes we just have goals, but the goals are not balanced, because most people are always looking at I wanna get a new job, or I wanna get a promotion, I wanna have a business, I wanna make money. It's always about money, but never holistic. So we want to look at different categories that will allow us, as we grow, as we set goals, we will set balanced goals, that make us a balanced human being, and our interactions with people will also be balanced. So number 1, if you're a spiritual person like myself and you believe in God, you know that God is the center of everything. Everything starts and ends with God. So knowing that makes you aware that whatever goal you set, you cannot rely on your own strength, cannot rely on your own ability. Whether the goal seems impossible, whether the goal seems unrealistic, but because you know that God is the center, you can set that goal with boldness, without fear, because you know that there's a backing behind you that will allow you to achieve that goal. And when people look at you and they compare your education, they compare your circumstances, they compare where you come from, they compare your network, they compare your finances, they cannot understand or comprehend how you achieve that, because there is a mighty hand behind you assisting you to achieve the goal. So let's move into it. Number 1, spiritual. Is maybe a spiritual goal might be to pray, to read the Bible, to connect with God, because when you connect with God, you will also be able to know what is God's plan for your life, what is God's perfect will for your life, so that when you operate in this life, you will always be at peace, knowing that you are doing what you ought to do, you are doing what you are gifted to do, and never feeling like there's something missing because you are operating outside of what you are gifted of, outside of what you are called to do. Number 2, relationships. A lot of people in relationships have been hurt, and now people are sworn enemies. People don't forgive each other. There's no reconciliation, and therefore we become poorer because we don't have relationships. So with relationships, the first key is to forgive. Second key is to ensure that you find out if you've hurt anybody, apologize. If you owe anybody, try and pay them so that you don't damage relationships, and be true to your word. The other thing is, one goal that one may set is to be intentional about adding value in relationships, because most times people are always taking. You only phone someone when you want something. You always phone someone when you need something, and sometimes they end up blocking you. But be intentional about adding value and not being a parasite. So that can be a goal that one sets, a resolution in the category of relationships. Number three, it can be health. Because you cannot enjoy anything when you're not healthy. You can have all the money, you can have a wife, you can have children, you can have all the cars, you can plan to travel, but if you are not in good health, you can't enjoy anything. So what you do, so someone will say, I need to prioritize my health, because my health will enable me to have the strength to work and to produce the results I want. So one of the things that one can do then, or will do, is to go to gym. Say I will walk every day, to have a routine, a plan, to say I'm going to go to gym on this and this, on these days. I'm going to walk, I'm going to eat healthy and have a diet that's set out for you. Visit the doctor to check your high blood, your men checking prostate, and all of those things. So prioritizing your health so that you can live longer, but importantly, to have the energy to fulfill your goals. Number four rather, another resolution might be work. Most people have got jobs, have got employment, have got whatever businesses, but the work ethic is terrible. People just do whatever. They don't really care about adding value in the workplace. They're not punctual. They don't keep time. There's no excellence to say whatever I do, the service I give to the clients, the products I'm producing must never be returned, must never be rejects, because of the work ethic that one has put in. Maybe on the last point, it can also be a thing of when you have a great work ethic, you then attract room for expansion, room for growth, where you are promoted and so forth. All right. The other goal in the category of personal growth is also about learning a new skill, a skill that can maybe assist what you're doing now in your career, in your business, or a skill that can assist you to have a passive income or an extra income. And another, maybe you are good at public speaking, then you pick up a public speaking gig. Maybe you're good at singing, you start gigging. You're good at graphic designing, you start designing stuff for people, whatever. But in a New Year's resolution, somebody might say, I want to learn a new skill that will just increase my value as a person. It can be something that you use as a hobby, as well as something that you just use to unwind and so forth. So in personal growth, maybe one of the last points is reading books, increasing your knowledge, especially in things that align to where you want to go. And then the other point would be maybe a resolution around the area of finances. You look at your life and say, last year I was careless with money, I didn't have savings, I didn't have a budget, and now I can see that my life is a mess. When family needs help, I can't help them. Sometimes I can't keep up with my house installment or my car installment because I can't manage my finances. So one will have a financial goal to say, this year I need to have to save up, I need to pay off my debts, my credit cards, and all those things, so that your life has less stress, but you can have more focus on things that are important. Start developing other income streams, start creating income generating assets, and so forth. So that'll be a financial goal for someone, and I think all of us need to have a financial goal every year to assist us to become better financially. And the other point would be family. We as African people, family is everything to us. When we do events, we want to invite cousins and uncles and aunties and grandparents and everybody. That's how we are people of community. And so when you bring it to immediate family or cousins or whatever, I've got a cousin of ours that whenever any of us is blessed with a child, him and his wife will come, whatever the distance, and say, guys, I've come to see the child, here's a gift. So it's something that we learn to say, uh, when somebody is blessed with a child, go and see the child, go and see the family, go and offer encouragement. Sometimes people don't have pampers, you can go and give pampers, but it's all around family. If a family member is sick and you have the means to mobilize other people, get into one car, go and see the person. Sometimes some people don't even go to see their own parents when they are sick. They say, I know, we'll send money and then take them to hospital. So allow other people to take your own parent to hospital. So one of the things about family, about the goals or the resolution for the year around family is appreciating the blessing of having family, whether siblings, whether parents, whether relatives, because we don't have them forever. And while we still have them, let's create the memories, go on holiday together with them, and do all of those things. So that's one other aspect that we can look at in terms of a resolution for the year, to say you prioritize family. Sometimes you're a husband, you don't spend time with your wife, you don't spend time with your kids because you're chasing the paper, you're chasing the money. But to have that balance, to say, I need to invest a lot of time as well with my family. Yes, I'll chase the paper, but when I'm back, when I've got time, I'm going to spend the whole day with my kids. I'm going to spend the whole day with my wife, or the whole weekend, no phones, no whatever. That's on the point of family. Right. I hope you're still following very well. And then the last one, which is more around the area of rewarding yourself or downtime, unwinding, which is travel and leisure. So people have wishes nowadays. We have YouTube. We can see different countries: Qatar, Dubai, Singapore. And now for you to go to those places, you need to know what are the visa requirements and where you can find the visa, how much, and have your documentation ready, and so forth, and accommodation, checking online, bookings.com and everything. Sometimes if you don't want to do these things yourself, you want to go through a travel agency, you consult a travel agency to get the costs, you start budgeting to start paying the travel agency to make sure that that trip happens. And what the trip does for you, it will obviously boost your morale, and you come back excited, fired up to come and become a better husband, to become a better colleague, to become a better sibling. It's therapeutic for you. So somebody might have that goal of travel and leisure. So I think we have kind of tried to unpack a number of the things that are quite important, the questions that we're trying to address. Now the next part. Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed that previous video. This is just a reminder that part 2 is coming, and I know that you will enjoy it because we'll be unpacking more details step by step, guiding you how to actually realize, make every goal that you've set a reality for yourself, and actually be able to end the year on a high note and be fulfilled that you've actually made a plan to do something and you've actually seen the results. Yes, there'll be challenges. Yes, there'll be things that will discourage you. Yes, there'll be attacks, things that will actually make you give up. But the goal and the aim of the video is to just equip you with tools so that you know how to navigate and that you commit all the way. So look out for part 2. It is coming very soon, and please like, share, comment on how this video is affecting you, and please share with your loved ones that you feel will derive value from this kind of content. Our aim is to equip and empower and to make sure that we become better people and we can grow. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you. Love you all.